Okay, I'm back with the next way of finding your way, because I found my way, and what I'm interested in, that's why I'm teaching here, is to help you find your way. Okay, so I was saying previously, you sit 30 minutes, you bring your spirit attention, your heart attention, and your mind attention inside your palms. You say a prayer. Then you wait for 30 minutes and you allow all the thoughts and everything that comes at you to move away. You keep your in the dark mode. Close your eyes, your ears if you can. So no noise, no light, no distraction. Okay, only distraction the thoughts that you are allowing them to go out. You pray and you focus on your breath and you stay there 30 minutes, and then you see what happens. And if the inner voice comes out and the sensation of calmness and love and peace and happiness comes out, ask, what is my way, God? And wait to hear the answer. Okay, don't ask and leave the room. Okay, wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, stay there. Let the answer come out. What is your way? And then start pursuing it. And in my case was learning Reiki, Reiki Usui, Reiki Karuna, Reiki Shambhala, priesthood, and so on. And that was my way. And that was my way of coming out from my darkest moments and from my desperation and from my anxieties and from my demons and from my shadow and from my worst place I could imagine for me and for others. Okay, hell on earth, let's call it like that. So you can do that. You can read the Psalms 142, 143, adding the fasting and eating, if you really have to eat, eating vegetables and drinking a lot of water, so your system gets cleansed. Through prayer, your energetic field gets cleansed, and you can get a better connection with the message that comes from God. If you know Reiki, you can use the Reiki techniques. There is the asking the question. You can write down on the paper the question. You can write down Honsha Shonen, Chokurei Seiheki, Daikomyo Usui, and Shikaso is the asking the question method. And you can send light towards that question, and you can wait. Usually it's quite fast, a couple of days, you will get the answer. You can learn also using the radiesthetic measurements, which is a way, like with the pendulum, a way to learn how to measure the truth. It takes time, it takes a lot of practice, it takes to know how to position the ANSA, is called this one, and this is the measurement board, to calibrate it so that you can attach yourself with the conscience, super conscience of God, and you can get your answers. You can learn this as well. And then the answers come faster. You don't have to go anymore through all these processes, so that you learn, you know how to connect yourself with the conscience of God and how to get answers to quick questions. Okay? Usually, when you speak about and you ask the question, how to find my way, who am I, why am I here, and how to follow my path. So this is a main question. I recommend that you go into that state of calmness, where you will have to And everyone that did this and then after followed this path said and are convinced that they spoke with God and the message came from God and not from some strange imaginary friend or negative entities and so on. So I was saying earlier that you can also use the method of praying towards a saint or towards a divinity, like in this case Mother Mary, Mother of Jesus, and you can use the Akatist. It's called like this, Akatist. You find it on Google, so I don't have to translate it for you and send it to you. You can find it on Google. Akatist to the Mother of God, to the Mother of God. It's called like this. And the name of the Akatist is the Guide of the Way. Guide of the Way. Guide of the Way. You read the Akatist, you ask Mother Mary, I want to know what is my path. Which way should I go? Read it today. If by today, by tomorrow you don't get an answer, read it again and read it again. Usually she's very fast in answering. Sometimes some people, even if the answer comes towards them, they can't see it, they don't want to see it. So you will notice that that's the answer, and by repeating the Akatist, it takes like 30 minutes to read, and then you ask, Mother Mary, I want to know what's my way. If you get the same answer every time you read it, then that's the way that she shows you. And trust me, it will never be a negative way. Never ever be a negative way. That's another way of knowing that it's from God and it's pointing you towards God, towards the good spiritual growth, and it's not pointing you towards destruction, towards sufferance, towards desperation. It's pointing you your personal way towards enlightenment, and it can be with the help of crystals. It can be with the help of angels. I will talk in a bit how to use the archangels to help you. It might be with the help of saints. Like this saint, his name is Arsenie Boca. I will write his name here if you want to read his story. Okay, this is Arsenie Boca. I've been to his monastery where he used to be a priest, where he used to teach others. I've been there, and that's a very powerful place, spiritual powerful place in the Orthodox Christian side of the story, because the story of Earth has all the history in the world of this humanity, and in the Orthodox way, he became a saint recently. I think last year they made him a saint, and I went there, and when I went there also I placed my hand on his tomb and asked the question energetically. I said, you from the spiritual side, know my way, because if you believe that in the spiritual side they can see our way, uh, and when you will learn that they actually can see differently from what we perceive here. He was a very special one as a person, as a human in life, and he had extra capacities to see people's future, to help them, to guide them. So I just placed my hand on his cross and I asked, you know where I should go, guide me. So for me, he was always a central figure in my spiritual growth. Like Mother Mary, same, I ask help, like God, like Jesus, and this is my way. And I've learned the Reiki. One would say, why, what has to do Reiki, Usui, Reiki Karuna, Reiki Shambhala, Melchizedek priesthood with the Orthodox religion? Why, what with Jesus? What does it have to do everything together? Well, when one learns that everything is one and one is everything, and we are just parts of God that are lost in the universe, and they are all waiting for us to start going back and to use every method possible and to learn all the methods possible to get back towards them, to get their help and to help others get back on the right track, then things become more clear. And that's why I've told you it's very difficult to teach someone that they don't want to learn about and they don't want to struggle and they don't want to fight their wounds and to learn about their wounds and they don't want to stop um, whatever is considered sin and it's blocking them from reaching a higher state of knowledge and consciousness. In order to do that, you cannot drink every day a bottle of Jack Daniels and 50 beers and smoke continuously and eat the worst food possible and adding into your energetic field drugs, alcohol, bad food, uh, bad negative thoughts, use them continuously, swearing and everything, and pretending to get closer to God. It is impossible. It is like you are throwing yourself down in the pit with the intention of going up towards God. It's not working. You are gonna keep blocking yourself. So you need to start learning this, using methods to raise your vibration, like prayer, like Reiki, like listening to high vibrational music, like lighting candles, like using crystals to raise your vibration. This crystal has a high vibration. It's so high that I can feel it. This crystal is a pink one. And like with the green ones, like this one, you can place them where your heart is. And you can rest on the bed and just let them stay here. And you will see and feel how your vibration changes. You cannot be pissed anymore like this if you put these ones on your heart chakra. I can guarantee you these ones will take away your vibrational state and they will rebalance your vibrational state. But just by placing them here, holding like this your hands onto them and to relax. You don't have to learn necessarily how to say a prayer. That one will come after. You can learn that after, how to pray, how to sit in that state. because it's a state. Sitting in prayer and praying and being in prayer, it's a state of being. And when you are super pissed, super distracted, super nervous, super attacked, you cannot get into that state, because they are fighting each other, and it's like a fire on ice. They do bubble explosion. They do not work together. That's why when you are in that state, you need to detach yourself, go in a quiet space, uh, relax, pray, find that state. That's why I'm trying to teach you how to find that state. And then once you do it long enough, and you learn how to pray, and you learn how to use Reiki, and you learn how to ask for help from God or a saint or Mother Mary or Jesus or whoever is into your religion. I'm using Christianity because I was born a Christian, and I have a karmic debt, and I have my lessons through Christianity. That's why I'm pointing towards Christianity. But you can use any religion that you have. There's more religions. As long as you are pursuing good and you are learning about the bad and you are deciding to follow the good towards God, then welcome to the classroom. Welcome to this classroom and to everything that I'm trying to teach you here, so that you can become your best version. You can get the best help that I found useful in my growth, and that you can rely on something real and not on something that it's meant to take your energy away, and it's meant to take your money away without giving back the proper answers and the proper ways. Okay, I'm here to stay. I hope to get to 88. I put myself on the I want to go away when I will be 88. This is a wish of mine, and until then I will try to keep passing over whatever I've learned, and I'm learning and keep learning as a new truth on this path of mine. And with this being said, you can also ask Jesus. Look for the Akatist towards Jesus. Read it. Jesus, please show me my way. I want to know my way. If you have any other saint, any other archangel, I move now to the archangels. You can ask God, as I did God. I had enough. I didn't went to Jesus. I didn't went to Mother Mary. I didn't went to Father Arsenian. I didn't went to Metatron. I didn't went to any archangel. I went to God. I was God. That's it. I had enough of enough. And that was my turning point. But what happened after? I was led towards Arsenie Boca. I was led toward doing fasting. I was led towards prayer, and I learned to pray. I was led to read and learn how to read the Psalm book. Then I've learned about Archangel Metatron. I never knew he existed. Then I've learned about Archangel Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Michael, Jophiel, Camuel, and Zadkiel. And there are more, but these are the main ones in the big picture. And there are 7. And there are 7 chakras. And if you look into the 7 aspects of the negative and positive, you will start learning more about yourselves as well, and how we are as humans divided into the yin and yang aspect of ourselves, of our good side and bad side, and how all this universe is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aspects. 4, 5, 6, 7 aspects of the existence, of good and bad, of justice and not justice, love, compassion, uh, understanding, knowledge and vibrations and everything, and even the colors of the light of God. So the white light, when you divide it, the white light when gets divided, it becomes Rog Vaiv. It's called red, orange, yellow, green, blue, uh, indigo and violet. And Rog Vaiv is in the Romanian language, but if you look it's dividing into those colors of the rainbow. Rainbow it's called, no? So there is connection. That's why our chakras, our visible chakras in our auras, when they see them in spirit, and now there are instruments, electromagnetic, vibrational instruments that manage to see those uh, expression of our aura into colors, and they are sent back to the computer that manages to see them. Like we are looking into the universe into infrared, and then our computers manage to translate what we see in infrared into colors so that we can see into our visual uh, perception colors, because from the whole spectrum of the colors, our visual, it's only a tiny bit. There's the gamma rays, the X-rays, the infrared rays, and so on the spectrum, but we are perceiving with our eyes, with our visual sight, only a tiny bit. Once you start seeing in spirit, you start seeing more of this visual plane. And then there's the subatomic level and so on. I can go on more and more. But once you start learning about the chakras, and you start learning about archangels, and you start learning about connections in between, then you understand why it's okay to learn Reiki Usui, Reiki Karuna, Reiki Shambhala, and the priesthood of Melchizedek, and why Jesus came, and why this, and why that. And then you start asking questions, existential questions, about yourself, about what's going on around, about the karma, why my mother is doing this, why my father is doing that, why am I not okay with this, why am I not okay with that, why me, why this person doesn't understand, why is happening this, why is happening that. And then you start learning about these things. And for example, you can also read the Akatist of Archangel Gabriel, which is the messenger of God. And you can, if you like him, you can read his Akatist and say, Archangel Gabriel, please show me the way. You ask God, you ask him to bring you the message from God. You can do the Akatist of God, and you can read that. That's like an acknowledgement. It's like a connection. Once you read that, it's like a connection with them, asking them for help. It's not a shame to ask for help. And when help comes, at least give yourselves the courage and the time which God gave you the time. Give yourselves time from that time to read about it, to learn, to grow, to become, to understand that there are ways to go closer to your path, because each one of us has his own one. It might be for some people, and I will give you some examples, they lived all their lives in peace and beauty and everything, and in one day they have to do something. And they are the people that God put there to do that thing in that moment, so that that gesture changes the direction of other people. And those people will become something in His creation of everything, and will help others to go back and grow back towards Him and toward the initial place of everything. It doesn't work otherwise. This is how God created everything that we see in matter, and He's keep working behind the scenes, and He's keep putting people in the proper place and passing them to different stages of existence. And at one point, everyone will meet someone like me that will teach them, like I met someone that taught me. But that happened only when I decided that that was enough in my life. So I was already went through a lot of stuff. I don't want to talk now about everything that I went, but I went through a lot of stuff. And I'm talking about bad stuff. I had some good things in my life as well, I'm not saying that. But I went through a lot of bad stuff, and I said, enough. I just said, enough, God. That's it. And then I start looking into any possible ways of me repairing and growing and becoming. I didn't do it overnight. I'm still learning a lot of things so that I can pass them to you, and I can improve my life and become better and become more in connection with God, archangels, saints, crystals, teachers, masters, so that we can all channel information and an energy towards you, so that you can also grow and become. Now you will see that some of you, if you start doing Reiki, you will look and you will find a teacher of Reiki, and he will not show you the big picture, and he will not resonate completely. And you will get some from here, some from there, some from here, some from there. It's fine. Keep moving forward on your path. Some of you will resonate with me, and you will keep coming to me for information and for knowledge and for the energy that I'm sending back. A lot of you will look other way. Anyway, whatever way you want to choose to grow spiritually, to study the Bible, to study the Quran, to study the Mahabharata, to study whatever, the Buddhist way, know that God is everywhere. Know that you can always ask for His help. Archangels are everywhere. You can ask for their help. Your guardian angel is always with you. You can light him up a candle. You can read a prayer for your guardian angel. I don't know if you ever did it in your life, but you can do that as well. And you can ask your guardian angel to bring you the answer from God. You have a lot of ways. you can use Reiki. Now I will go on the board so I can tell you what symbols I've added there, so that those symbols work on you energetically. I've opened like an energetic gate so that you can get help. I've placed here Archangel Metatron. Here is a pyramid with a flower of life. Here is an amethyst crystal that it's channeling energy towards you. I had some food on my table because I didn't know how my voice was today. And I was expecting myself to go through blockages. I'm using these crystals that help me communicate better with you, help me transmit towards you all this energy. And at the end of this session, I will also send you some Reiki energy so that you get the best from these videos, the best energy through my channel. So you can feel it in yourselves that the Reiki energy is not something that you cannot access. I've learned, I've went through it, I'm here trying to teach you and to show you that this is not random information. This is like a lot of knowledge put together, packed and transmitted to you through everything that I've learned. And I'm still learning on a daily basis. I'm still learning because I still have a lot to learn. There is a lot to learn. There is so much to learn that not much time is left to spend in negativity, in darkness, in anxiety and depression. Once you learn and you raise your vibration and you go up, at one point you have to detach yourself from those that they don't want to. It is a difficult choice. And in the whole of the universe, you have to understand, and this was the most difficult part for me, that you cannot bring everyone with you where you are going. You can go, you can show them the way, you can teach them, but you cannot push them. As much as you would like them to come with you, and I have some on my list. Here is a cross. As I've told you, I'm covering my writings on this because I don't want to make publicity for anything. I did in my previous video on the shop in Camden Town, the Quina shop. I will write it again. These crystals come from that shop. So it's, one sec, the shop in Camden Town, London. It's called Quina, like this, Quina. It's a lovely shop, best prices for crystals. I'm not getting anything from there because I'm doing publicity for them. But these crystals are helping me send energy towards you, are very powerful. I feel them. And I want to help the shop because it's using the best prices for crystals. And I'm going there with pleasure every time, and I'm buying crystals from them, and I'm using them to send you energy. So I'm trying to help the shop as well. They don't know this. This will be a surprise if someone from the shop will ever get into Reiki, into learning, and they will get more people buying from them. The shop will work better, and they can bring more crystals, and they could give to us the crystals that help us raise our vibration. They help us clear our fields. We can work with them and become better. They can also heal us. I've put in my Reiki course the books to read, and one of them is about crystals and how to use them. You can go online, check, go dive into this realm of crystals, because they are of any kind, any color, and any power. And if you learn how to use them and how to work with them, because it's a common uh, reciprocal interaction. When you interact with good, good interacts with you. When you raise your vibration towards good, good comes towards you. In the same time, the negative side will try to block you, because the negative part wants you to stay with them. They don't want you to become positive and to move towards positivity. Even if it's a struggle, sometimes, as long as you've learned and you work with light and positive, there's no chance that the evil can grab you anymore and take you down, because you have your connections. And once you start connecting yourself with the archangels, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Michael, Jophiel, Camuel, and Zadkiel, you start getting your connection with Mother Mary, with Jesus, with the saints, with the crystals, with the Archangel Metatron. You learn reading the Psalms. You learn clearing your field. You got your answer, what is your way, and you decide to move towards that. Then your life, even if it's a struggle, and even if you get pissed, and even if you don't understand sometimes why something is still happening or is still blocking you, you've learned how to deal with it properly. You learn that God is always there with you, always trying to help you to become. He's not interested in you to just raise your vibration. He's interested in you to learn knowledge as much as possible as a spirit, to heal with his help, with your intention and action, not only intention. So you are the one sitting on your knees and praying and staying in that state. It's not him. He's there with you, and at the right moment he will meet you and activate himself inside you to guide you, to be with you on your path. And then when you learn how to clean your path, how to overcome obstacles on your path, how to fix your past, how to work towards your future, not only to think about it, but how to use also the energy of the Psalms, energy of Reiki, energy of Christianity, or any other religion that you are in, and to grow as a spirit and to become a whole, yin and yang, that understood himself, that understood his demons, that healed his demons and enhanced his angels, and become a whole. Then, as they say, the sky is the limit. And whatever comes as an obstacle, you will be able to overpass it and overcome it from a different angle, and not anymore from the angle of the desperate, of the anxious, of the depressed, of the never in alignment, proper alignment with his way. And then I will speak to you next week on the topic how to follow your way. Because then when you start following your way, like in my case, my way initially was to get out from that situation that I was of desperation, anxiety, stress, immobilized in bed, not knowing what to do, where to go, desperate, well, like desperate to the maximum level, with the whole world looking like on me and putting me on the table here and start cutting me down in every possible way, with only a few people trying to understand what was going on with me and trying to help me. Only a few were there, and they were, I could see on their faces, they were worried as well on how to help me. And they tried to help me as best as they could. But still, the way of Reiki and the way of going back towards God in the religious way that I was born in came from somewhere else. It didn't came through them, but they were there, and I want to thank them, the ones that stayed with me, and they support me as much as they could on this journey. So once you learned how to move and how to get help and how to measure, then you will see that things are not things that used to bother you, things that used to make you suffer, things that like the ones that I kept repeating on the emotional wounds that we all have, the rejection, abandonment, humiliation, betrayal, and injustice. None of you, I think, but if you do, please write me in the comments. How many of you know where this rejection, abandonment, humiliation, betrayal, and injustice started from? That we all have this continuous battle in our universe here that we all struggle with. Where do they originate? And they all originate with the fallen of the Luciferian fallen, because God felt it, all of this. He felt it injustice in being betrayed and humiliated and abandoned and rejected by the one that he created. And when he felt that, we as part of him felt that as well. And we had to go through all these processes. He felt dismantled. A third of his creation fell down. All their beliefs, the positive beliefs that had before, went into negative beliefs. That's why you have the 7 against the 7. You have the 7 good ones, archangels, and if you go and look on Google, you will find the 7 main demons, which before they were archangels as well, but they fell down into the negative side of the whole. And that's why the 7 chakras, that's why the 7 colors, and so on. These 7, when you start learning about things, will follow you. And this 7 will pop out. And this 7 will teach you the good side of the things and the bad side of the things that are inside you, and they are manifesting inside you through the chakras and through the expression of your being. And if you learn about them, how they work, why to always raise your vibration, how viruses, they cannot sit and live and multiply on the higher vibration, because viruses are entities that only work on the lower vibrations. That's why when a virus is spreading, it's only spreading to panic, which is the lower vibration state, fear, which is lower vibration state, anxiety, depression, and so on, lower vibrational states of consciousness. Okay? If your vibration is high, no virus can come into your field. But in order to have that, you have to learn, and you have to heal, and you have to use or the prayer or the Reiki energy to raise your vibration, or fasting, or you can use external, as you know, they use the sound of the balls, the crystal balls, to create that sound, vibrational sound, that elevates your vibration. If you never hear it, you can look on internet and you can hear it and you can feel it in your body. You can tap your ears with your fingers like this. This is an exercise, I'm telling you. Tap your ears as good as you can, so you can hear your voice inside your head, like this. And you can do just hear the vibration inside your body, how it feels. You tap your ears with the big fingers and you do the sound feel the vibration changing. Feel what is happening inside your body. Everything in this universe is light, information, and vibration. If you learn how to raise your vibration through different practices, these are all just different practices to raise your vibration, you will be able to overcome everything. You will be able to get closer to God. You will be able to understand what is evil, why it's evil, and choose. You know, there's people, believe it or not, there's people learning this and using it for evil. Because, in my opinion, they didn't learn it properly. This is just a personal opinion. But there are even evil people among us. I've told you in previous videos, when I spoke about who you are on this planet, and I spoke about different type of spirits embodied on this physical plane, on planet Earth in this case, which is the planet where everything can happen, and it's a way of the divinity to test and see up to what level evil is manifesting itself, and up to what level good is manifesting itself, like he becoming a saint, or Jesus coming down to pass teachings and to change the vibration of people that learn prayer, learn fasting, learn how to be good. Okay, he didn't came here to only make a name for himself. he came into existence and left behind teachings that are 2000 years old for us to become better, to raise our vibrations, to deal with whatever is evil and it's not okay with us. I never saw a teaching from Jesus that taught me to be evil, to be bad. And me, as a human being, as a spirit in this body, I've tried to be good. I never learned about the emotional wounds, never learned about the karma, family karma, personal karma, planet karma. Because on this planet, if we are keep bombarding this planet as nations, we are creating a bad karma. We are killing people, we are destroying the planet, we are fighting. It's creating bad karma. And then we marvel ourselves if the planet is reacting back. And if the planet does earthquakes and does hurricanes and makes all sorts of not only karmic back punishments, but resetting, cleansing. Karma a lot of times comes for the payback, to cleanse, to reset, so that the payment is done and the negative is paid. But we, as humanity, we consider ourselves super intelligent and super good, and there are still fightings in between nations, and we still fight for money, for power, for minerals, we are following the wrong. I can't even find a word for it. We are following evil instead of focusing more on good. If you see the balance on this planet, all of us want to see this wars ended. All of us want to see evil defeated. All of us want to have a lot of money and enjoy life. But not all of us want to learn about everything, what is what, why we are here, what we need to heal from in order to get that. And as long as we don't do that, unfortunately, karma, it's always around the corner, punishing us. If it's through the shadow, as I've told you, in the shadow, that's everything that we did wrong. So from there comes the karma, comes the emotional wounds, comes the imbalance of the yin and yang, comes a lot of negative that we didn't deal with it, and we didn't fix. And we hide, and we push under the carpet. And it's there, and it's bubbling, and it's coming out. And if you don't learn these things, you will keep struggling, and you will keep suffering, and you will keep looking outside, even on a rainy day, thinking, oh, it's another rainy day. Oh, this is like this is like that. Oh, I hate this, I hate that. Instead of getting in a good state, enjoying, looking at things positively, trying to learn to look at things positively, trying to heal yourself from everything that is negative, getting in a state of balance, pursuing good and giving good to others, so that we change this planet. We are all on this planet. Here in the physical plane, we are all on this planet. and we have only this planet to take care of. It's useless to try to move on another planet and populate on another planet if in our yard we cannot learn and become and deal with it and fix it in harmony, in love. God is here always wanting to help us. He's not here trying to block us. And once you start learning these things and you start practicing Reiki, for example, and fasting and reading Psalms and reading the books about the karma and start acting on it, you will see your life changing. And you will see that things start changing. And you can add and change positive towards negative. And whatever negative comes to you, you can pick it up and learn how to transform it and transmute it into positive. No matter what. And more you do, and more you see the change. And more the change comes, more sometimes God allows even more evil to come towards you so that you can transform it and change it and grow and go better and better and better. So you will learn also to use your ego and not allow your ego to overcome you so that it becomes greedy. Okay? You will learn that you need a bit of ego, but not too much. You will learn the humility, to be humble. Imagine him as a saint. He was able to do a lot of things that for us normal people look more than impressive, look otherworldly. He used to see your whole life with all your sins. When people used to go to him for a confession, he used to sit there with them and go through all of them so he can clear that baggage that I've told you, that is like a charcoal baggage of all the masks and wounds and not understanding how it works. You carry with them with you, your karmic problems, your everything. He used to go through everything, stay with you, go through the process of letting you apologize for them, cleanse them for you, transmute them from negative into positive and turn them into light. People used to say that used to go away from him, from a confession with him, lighter, like 20 kilos lighter. And you think, why sins are feeling heavy on me? Because they are eating your energy, and believe it or not, they are pulling you down. And all this negative energy that sits on you is like a package, a lockage of negative. And that one pulls you down. It is like this. You can try, do your confession with a priest and see if you don't walk lighter from there. That's why I'm keep pointing at these things. Because the most important thing, and this is crucial, you can learn everything. You can learn how to read a psalm. You can learn how to use crystals. You can learn how to, what is yin and yang. You can learn all the symbols in the Reiki realm. Okay, there's more levels of Reiki. All the practices in the world, you can learn everything you want. If you don't learn forgiveness and how to forgive and how to ask for forgiveness, and if you don't learn how to get in that state of being sorry for something and trying to get out from that being sorry for something, which is very connected with your ego, with your greed, with your thinking of knowing, then you auto-sabotage yourself. And then, as much as you try any practice to do, to be, to become, the most important and the main important is to learn forgiveness. After, the patience comes into play. Be patient. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. At one point, when you reach the state of understanding forgiveness and understanding that God is love, compassion, forgiveness, light, spirit, and He allows and He helps healing through learning, through patience, through raising vibration, to understanding, then you understand that forgiveness is key, because it unlocks you first the luggage that you have on top, the charcoal bag that I've told you that you wear on you. Second, it imagine that all that you didn't forgive, it's like a string. Imagine all the strings that you have in your life with everything that you didn't forgive. It's pulling you towards that moment or that person or that situation in this life and other lives, and it's like a luggage. It's like this, a black charcoal wearing you down like a rock. You're carrying with you just because I don't want to forgive, I don't want to forget, I don't want to know that person did this, did that. You are wearing it on your shoulder and it's blocking you. It's blocking you for becoming, from learning, from achieving, from understanding. It's blocking you. I went through a process of forgiveness, a long process. For some people, impossible long process of forgiveness. But I wanted to get there. I wanted to heal myself. I wanted to become. I wanted to understand. I wanted to get out from it. When I said that time, when I said to God, God, enough, I thought He was performing a miracle like this. Okay, Mihai said enough. Let me do the magic wand. I'm God. I'm doing the magic wand on him. And in 3 seconds, Mihai understood everything, learned everything, became everything, and that's it. Ha! No. He took me through everything that I went through now. So up to this level. He took me through learn to fast, learn to pray, learn to read psalms, learn Reiki Usui, Reiki Karuna, which I will do a course soon, because it's dealing with the archangels. For those of you that want to learn and work with the archangels, Reiki Karuna is doing that, and not only with the archangels, but also with the Father Divine Principle and Mother Divine Principle, like in the Yin and Yang, God Father and God Mother, okay? Also with the elements of earth and so on. It's a big, long, huge story, but it's working with the archangels. Then the Reiki Shambhala, that is working with the ascended masters, and so on. I'm doing courses now so that I can teach you, and you can practice, and you can learn, and you can see it's true what I'm teaching you, and not some stories invented in the backyard. Okay, so once you start learning forgiveness, which in some cases, the happy cases, if you go to a priest like Father Arseni Boca and you do a confession, or you use the method that I've told you in the previous video, to do the confession towards God directly. Ask God to come into your room. Put everything that you remember on a paper. If you don't have a guide, look for guide for confessions, and you will have their sins to acknowledge if you did them, and to put them on the paper, and to call him and to speak with him and tell him, God, please, I'm sorry for this, and whatever else I don't remember, because a lot of things happen in our life, we don't pay attention, we move on through them, and we don't remember them when it's time to remember them. By doing so, you allow him to take whatever you don't remember, and they will come out when you start practicing Reiki. They will come out on each level of your chakra as sins or bad things that you did and you didn't acknowledge. They will come out once you start practicing Reiki, and you can deal with them then in a proper manner after you learned about them properly. And then you keep working on yourself. That's the good part. You start from a point where you are, let's say, with a bag of charcoal on your back. And you go to a priest and you make a confession and you ask for forgiveness and you forgive the others and you ask God to forgive you both. And that's creating a confession. It's creating, it's cleaning the field. It will not clean it completely, because then after you will have to work on the karma. And then after you will have to work on the emotional wounds, okay? And then you will have to learn Reiki and how to use the energy of Reiki. And you will have to learn how to read the Psalms in this case. And you will have to learn the radiesthetic application of measurements. And you will have to learn about crystals. And you will have to learn about saints. And you will have to learn about the antakaranas, the male antakarana, the female antakarana. You will have to learn different symbols. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of them. And I don't want to discourage you by saying that. But by learning all of these, you will become better and you will grow closer to God. You will grow closer to God. It's not enough praying only. It's not enough hearing about karma without working on the karma and working properly on the karma. If an ancestor of yours is blocking you from your father's side to make money into your life, and instead of gaining 5,000 whatever money in your life, you earn only 2,000, and 3,000 you lose them towards your karma, wouldn't it be better if you pay your karma and then you get back to earn 5,000? And to pay your karma, you don't have to do too much. You have to start doing what I've told you in the karma video. You have to fast, you have to read prayers, you have to use Reiki, you have to do help for others. Karma looks at you from the perspective of what is this guy doing? Is he doing what is he supposed to do in this universe, so I can leave him alone to earn 5,000 and enjoy the 5,000, or he's making 5 million and not enjoying them and keep losing them, or he's making 5 billion and he's not enjoying them because he's not taking care of the karma. Karma his personal karma, his family karma, and his planetary karma. Is he taking care of these aspects, or he doesn't care? He doesn't care. Then you will see people having all the money in the world and not being able to enjoy it. Why? On the emotional level, spiritual level, or financial level, they will have losses and they cannot enjoy it. This is how karma comes into play. This is how it's important to learn confession, forgiveness, karma payments, wounds to heal them. If you read the book of emotional wounds, I've put it on my course and it's also on, I think it's on some of my pages. You will learn about these things. If you don't do that learning process, you don't know what you are dealing with. You keep stumbling and keep having blockages without knowing what to look into. Like the Dictionary of Diseases by Jacques Martel, where he talks about all the physical diseases, wounds, and their connection with the spiritual world in the karmic way, in the emotional wound way, in the not praying way to clean their fields. I've showed you in the previous videos how our field looks like, the field that we live in as spirits in this lifetime and in other lifetimes as well, and how to cleanse it, how karma interacts with it, how the emotional ones interact with, how our sins block us to become what we want to become, to be the co-creators of our lives and not the, let's say, not be blocked by the not understanding of what is blocking us. Maybe this is the simplest way to explain it. If you don't know what is blocking you and how to unlock that blockage, you will not become the co-creator of your life. You will become the victim of your own distortions. Doesn't matter if they come from a confession, a karmic problem, or an emotional wound. It doesn't matter. This universe is made like this. If you want to get out from it, you need to learn to overcome in order to become. But if you don't take care of the karmic issue, it will punish you. If you think you are some sort of God in the God's world, you are wrong. Just read the Psalms, and there they talk about who is God, who has everything, how he treats the ones who follow him and follow his teachings, and how everyone that doesn't gets rewarded in a way that they will understand who is the boss and the creator and how to get back to him. Okay? Everyone, and this is another thing that we are not taught only in some religions, every spirit in the God universe is eternal. Okay? So whoever lived as a spirit is eternal. Maybe some of them now they are in spirit and they are helping us from the spirit form as guardian angels and as guides, as saints, as gods, as divine principles, as let's say spirit beings or spiritual beings that live in different dimensions. There are different dimensions. I know it's strange. It was very strange for me to find out. There are different universes as well. In our universe, it's still fine. Our God is very good. He keeps working on us to help us grow and get back and re-evolve. Other universes, they are not so good. Other planets like Earth, they are not so good. I've learned that by learning, studying, practicing, and meditating, and so on. And I've learned from others that had the same experiences like me. Yeah, with this being said, I'm pretty sure I've missed something. I will go now through the various symbols so that you know what symbols I've used to connect you with these energies, to help you understand that there's more than a simple job, a simple problem, a simple wound, issue, or normal life. It becomes more complicated, but it becomes also more clear after you start learning. And it becomes more not clear in the way that you acknowledge only God, you also acknowledge evil. So you become more a whole. Okay? You learn how to transform negative into positive. You learn how to channel energy towards your goals, how to clear everything that is in front of you, and how to deal with whatever comes in front of you. You will learn a lot. It is a lot to learn, and I'm trying to teach you as much as I can in the simplest way possible. So this is Chokurei, meaning placing the power of God here and now. And Chokurei goes through all the 7 chakras. If you can imagine placing the power of God here and now, I'm going down through all the 7 chakras, then I'm turning 3 times around and finishing in the heart, okay? Where I've told you to focus your attention, bringing mind, spirit from the 2nd chakra inside your heart. Imagine your heart in the center of your palms and focus there. Keep focusing there and you will have a nice surprise. Then that's Seiheki, meaning as above, so below. Okay? If you understand the meaning of as above, so below, you will see that on this plane, it's a continuous battle. I will do a 2 triangles like this. The physical plane that we live in, it's like a confrontation of the above and below. That's why here on the earth's plane, evil can manifest and good can manifest, so that they fix themselves. And that symbol brings everything into one place, as above, so below. So whatever you see here happening is happening from the intersection of above and below. Below means evil as well. It doesn't mean below ground level. Below means evil as well. So here it's an intersection of good and bad on this plane. God is working to help everyone to get good, better, go back to Him, and evil is working to get everyone to get back to evil. Okay? Evil is giving you physical rewards. pleasures. And he's always attaching them to greed, to evil things, so that you can lose your soul towards the balance of evil. Okay? And God is always bringing in front of you whatever He can to give you the. I'm trying to do a balance here, okay? The balance between good and bad. He's always trying to bring you good directions, good ways of allowing you through free will to go back. But how much of the free will is into your life if you don't acknowledge those parts that I've told you about the yin and yang imbalance, the emotional wounds, the spiritual wounds, the field that you live in, the chakras, the good and bad. If you don't learn about them, and you don't learn how to pray, and you don't learn how to raise your vibration, you start from a bad point of learning to get closer to God. That's why, most important, try to do a confession. Call God into your room. Make a confession with Him. Learn what are sins, which one you did, put them on a paper, call Him into your room, say, God, I want to start changing my life towards you. Maybe He will not point you towards Reiki, towards Christianity. He will point you towards Muslim, towards Buddhist, towards Hindu teachings. They all talk about good and bad, evil, and the sins and the virtues, the good ones, and how to, all of them, the ones that are considered global main religion. Now, if other people used them in order to, like, as a spiritual shield and as to manipulate people to hate each other in between them using religion, that's why these days when you hear about religion, they don't even want to hear about it, because they see Muslims fighting Christians, and there's always someone is manipulating them behind to think that Christians are bad or Muslims are bad, and they use the religion to manipulate. Those are evil people. Those are evil entities. I have friends from every cultural, spiritual background, that we are humans, we are friends as humans, and we all believe in one God. It doesn't matter through what religion, and we all believe in following good and passing good and transforming this evil world once and for all into good. But then evil keeps working. I've seen masters, teachers, teaching people who knows what, and becoming greedy, and becoming, no, this is mine, and this is mine, and I want this, and I'm becoming this. I see them, I perceive them from my level of knowledge. I perceive them energetically. Normal people don't. They see they are evil, but they don't see through the layers of being a spirit that knows a lot and that feels a lot. And some people perceive me as, I feel your energy is good, your energy is high. And don't think I don't get pissed sometimes when I see this around. I choose good and to follow the path. It's difficult, it's not an easy one, but it gives you the possibility to know, to grow, to become, to protect, to be present, to know what to look at and what to do not look at. Because if you start looking at everything, it will become uh, a painting of confusion. But if you learn and learn and learn, you will manage to step back and see the big picture and work on the big picture with God and not by yourself, by becoming greedy, by becoming always, you see people, they learn something and they start uh, trying to only make money on it so that they can live the best experiences in the physical realm that we are in, without starting to look into it and to consider the spiritual part of it and to get back to the roots of the problem where the spirit came into the physical form to learn to go back to become an enlightened spirit and not leaving the physical world just to get money and to have pleasures in life, only to say, I had my Ferrari, I had my house, I had my this, I had my that, without growing spiritually and learn all the blockages and heal from them and become whole and create good for humanity, so that we transform once and for all this mixture of evil and good in our universe on this planet towards good, and we become a next level civilization, which we should have done that time ago, but somehow on the line we always lost ourselves. If any civilization came into existence on this planet, they keep repeating the same errors and issues once they become powerful. If you look all over the place, all over Earth, all the civilizations that came, at one point they become too greedy, they become too evil, they become too on the wrong side. And then what happened? Truth came out, or as they call it, shit come out, and starts thinking and start falling down all these civilizations and superhumans, people, whatever, entities, and whatever they were, gods or rulers of the planet or whatever, because they became greedy, because they went on the wrong side of the board. There's the negative side of the board, and then there's the positive side of the board. And what they did at one point, they start doing mistakes and they went wrong. And God allowed that as well. And then there was resets, periods, and then again from the start, and then again, and then again. And the whole story is the same. The fight between good and evil, the growing up of a spirit and becoming, or the falling down, and so on. This is the story on our planet. And if we don't learn to use everything that is good from every religion and elevate ourselves and get knowledge and get closer to God, we will keep repeating this. And if this planet will be destroyed, we will move on another planet. Like we did already coming to this planet. We moved into this planet from another planet as spirits. And then if we destroy this one as well, we will move to another one. And if you don't believe me, start studying ancient cultures. Everyone came here from somewhere else. Apart from those that I've told you in the video, who are you as a spirit on this planet? Apart from those that they were created on this planet by God, everyone else that is on this planet came here from somewhere else. So yeah, I hope this video was quite clear enough for you. I moved from Seiheki and I went around again with you guys. Om, you will learn about Om when you start learning about Reiki Shambhala, Reiki Karuna. Rama, Zonar, Merkafah Kalishma, abundance symbol, the master symbol, Shikaso, Shikaseki, Daikomyo Usui, the Tibetan Daikomyo, Hokai Lili, here is the Halo symbol, Shanti, seed of life, the cross, heart, Kriya, Nosa, Yava, Amsui, Lensomi, Dantakarana, the feminine and the masculine, Honsha Shonen. I know a lot of symbols, and it took me time. I didn't learn them in 2 days. It took me time, study, practice. Time, study, practice. God, Psalms, time, study, practice. It didn't come with a magic wand. God didn't allow me to have the magic wand and give me all the knowledge that I have now like this. He could have do that like this. But he wanted me as a spirit to go through all that I have been through. And I'm telling you, it's better if you learn. Because if you learn, your spirit embodies all your energy, the yin and yang. If it's distorted, okay, it gets back in balance. All your negative sides, through Reiki and through learning and through cleansing, they become positive. And you learn how to not only manipulate or create your life, but also how to help others. And it's difficult, but it's not impossible. And it's one of the most beautiful things that I never thought I will have to learn in life. I was pushed through this. I didn't want to. But when I asked, enough, I want to change, I want to learn, I want to become, and I want to go through this to fix this, the way, my way, was this one. So I'm teaching you my way. I cannot teach you someone else's way. But I can teach you how to follow what I followed so that you can become. And you can come to me and say, Mihai, this is not like you said it was. Or this, for me, is not working. By sharing the information with me, your information, and me sharing my information, we both learn. Because maybe in your particular case, something from what I'm teaching you is not working. And I can help you with my knowledge and my understanding, because this is the general aspect of things. But then, for each one of us, in the map of our existence, there are certain things, and I cannot read you, all of you, and show you exactly what it's for each one of you. But the big picture to help you grow, it's through Reiki, it's through learning about your personal religion that you are in. You were born there with a reason. If you were born in Christianity, you first learn about Christianity, then you learn what Christianity brought in from other religions as well as practices that Christianity considered good practices to enhance one's spirit. Then look into the Buddhist, look into the Muslim, look into the Jewish, look into the Zoroastrian, look into all of them to see what is the common point. How they consider the way and the path to go back to God, to become better, the better version. All of us want to become the better version. Only a few want to become the worst version of themselves. I met some. They are keep pursuing that path, and they are keep complaining with me. Oh, it's not working. Oh, I'm not getting to the results. But they are not doing what I've told them. In the secret, behind the scenes, they are keep doing the negative things. And in front of me, they are doing the positive things, thinking that I don't know what they are doing behind the scenes, where they think I don't see them. But I'm on the spiritual level that I can perceive even when they are doing wrong. And I'm not saying anything because I don't like to keep being the one that points at them what they are doing wrong. But I know, and lately I'm trying to move away from the people that they don't want to. Before, as I've told you, especially for the ones that I care, I used to keep, come on, keep being the one that tried to push them on. Come on, you can do it. Come on, do this. Come on, do that. Come on, do this. But now I understood that they don't want to. And if they don't want to, they will. At one point on their path, they will. I wanted to bring them with me because it's a beautiful place to be, where you understand everything that I do and how to move forward and how to use energies and how to cleanse karma and how to heal from the emotional wounds and how to go in balance with the yin and yang. And I will keep doing this for you guys so that you have a direction, a guide. And I will keep posting and I will keep be present and I will keep answer to your questions. And I hope you have questions. I hope that all of you come to me with all the questions that you can, so that we can all learn from each other. We all can heal together, and we can all become closer to God together, and not a random person here and there, like the Saint Arsenia. He became a saint, he got closer, he's there with God, and all the rest that we are behind him, we cannot find the way, because it's quite difficult the way. If you don't learn a lot of things, and you do not dedicate yourself, and you do not struggle, and you do not push yourself through those windows, doors that are coming in front of you, you don't get there. You don't, if you don't struggle, no pain, no gain. But it doesn't have to be the physical pain. It doesn't have to be like in my case, all those wounds accumulated, all those times that I was supposed to be dead, all those broken bones, all those diseases that I had, all those places that I was in the lower vibrational state. It doesn't have to be like that. You can start growing from wherever you are in your life, and not like me starting from the absolute bottom of feeling here in the physical plane. But you can start from a different level. I bet a lot of you and most majority of you will start from a better position that I was. So if I made it, you can do it yourself. From your person, just acknowledge that you can start doing it and work on it and add every day more knowledge to the puzzle, and then you see the big picture. Because for the moment, it's difficult to see the big picture if you don't heal and you learn about everything. It's like having only a corner of the picture where you are in your room, where you know your things, when you have your beliefs, where you have your convictions, where you have your wounds, where you have your disbalance, and you think this is this, this is that, and I don't want to see it. And you are a closed image Once you start opening and you start learning and you start seeing and you start practicing and you start feeling, then you will be like, okay, there's more. Okay, uh, let me see. Don't be afraid. Even in the Bible, it said, don't be afraid. I don't know how many times. 300 times. I don't know how many times. Check how many times is in the Bible, don't be afraid. Fear. It's one of the lowest vibrational state of a person, of a spirit. Fear. That's why you don't have to have fear to go and call God to come into your room and to have a confession with Him. Don't be afraid. It says in the Bible, don't be afraid. God, come into my room. Whatever it is, He knows already what you have done. He knows already that you are doing wrong. Whatever it is, call Him. Say, I'm sorry for everything. Please forgive me. I forgive everyone. God, please forgive us all. Make a list, do this. Then say, God, please help me. As I've told you, it might not be through Reiki. Even if Reiki, it's available for everyone. You have Reiki inside of you already. When you hit yourself somewhere, you hit on your knee, what is the first thing you do? You place your hand there. You do like this. If it's very hard, you place both your hands because you activate this flow of energy through your hands. Your mouth says, it's hurting, it's better, and you place your hands there. And pain starts feeling better. Is it or not? If you speak good towards something, good comes back. If you speak bad, you have the power in your mouth to change the energy. You can bless your water. As I've told you in the previous experiment, you can manipulate. You have that energy inside you. Reiki, when you do a Reiki initiation, is just opening more channels, gives you access to more energy. And whoever starts doing Reiki feels that energy. And it's nothing special that you don't already have. You already have access to Reiki, to the Reiki, universal energy. Reiki is the universal energy of God. You already have access. You've been created by God. Your body was created by God. You didn't create your body. It starts from a cell and it becomes your body. And every cell knows already where to go and what to become and what place to occupy in your body. The cell of the liver or the cell of the heart or the cell of the brain. It does automatically, of course, through the programming of God. You don't do it. It does. So you didn't create yourself. In order to understand who you are, what is blocking you, how to become, you need to learn these things. You need to practice. And once you do, even wilder things will appear. Even, in a way, they might become a bit scary, but don't be afraid. They might become better, and same, don't be afraid. Some people get scared when things become better. They have programming, bad programming. They have entities and energies that tell them, everything is okay. Be scared. Something will go wrong. If it's too good, something will go wrong. Yeah, that's bad programming. Programmed into you so that you stay in a state of doubt, fear, depression, anxiety, whatever. But once you learn these things, you raise your vibration and you can change everything. And you are not anymore a victim of your life, as you might consider yourselves now, but you become a co-creator of your life. Where you already did all your homework on a daily basis, and when the ring comes of the day, you are aligned, and your vibration is okay, and your karma is paid, and your wounds are healed, and you are here and you are like, okay, what next? What can I do next? What do I want to do? Do I really want that Ferrari, or I don't want that Ferrari anymore? Do I want to go and help others, or I don't want to go and help others? Do I want to learn more about myself, about saints, about God, about angels, about how to become, or I don't care? I want to stay peace. I want to always stay negative. I used to consider myself a realistic person, and because my life was always bad and karma, and I have told you I've been through a lot, people hearing me used to consider me a negative person. But if in my life kept happening negative episodes, I used to look at my reality, which for others seemed like a negative person speaking. But they didn't go through my stuff. So they were perceiving me as a negative, not as a realistic. And now I was expressing towards them my reality, telling them, look, I had this, I had that. Imagine one person having to go through certain death 15 times. On the emotional level, how do you become? Because you go through, you overcome it, you tend to forget about it, but they still stay there as wounds. And no one took me to the psychologist or to the psychiatrist or to a healing process. I had to carry those wounds with me. It's an emotional wound to go 15 times in 15 different ways in front of certain death, and something pulls you out from every situation, not me. In 2 cases, 3 cases, I had a reaction and helped that reaction with the help of the energy that I'm talking about. But in all the other cases, it was just something energetically pulled me out from it, not me. Even if I'm trained, I'm prepared and whatever, no. No, no, and no. It was something else. My guardian angel, God, my higher self, call it as you want. Evil always wanted me to be dead, to be gone, to not be here anymore. For some reason. One day maybe you'll get the reason why. For the moment, I'm still here. Even this year I had a couple of incidents, quite serious. But I'm still here. I'm still fighting my way. And I'm still trying to pass you the positive. And I will teach you about the negative as well. One day I will make a video talking about the evil side. Because I've learned about the evil side. I met the evil side. I've dealt with the evil side. And I know the evil side maybe on a different level compared with people around. A lot of people, when I start talking about evil and I say, do you know evil? They don't even want to hear about it. They are like, no, 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 leave me alone. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to get scared tonight. I don't want to stay in that state. Or I had to go through it. I had to go through the evil, or to meet evil and to know evil in this life. God took me to do that as well. so that I can incorporate as much as possible, so that I learn and know what I'm transforming from bad to good, from negative to positive, myself as well, what are my issues, what are my evil parts and side of the story. And maybe that's why he took me. And I'm not completely 100% healed. I am healed on a good level, and I'm still working on it. I'm still learning. I'm still practicing. I'm still almost every day something comes out. I'm working on it. And it's a beautiful way to work on it. And it gives the results. And it gives answers. And it gives knowledge. And it gives growth. That's the most important thing, to grow, to don't sit on the same stage. And usually when God decides that it's time to move on and keep going and keep going, keep going. Keep going with the flow. Move on, grow, move on, look for growth, always. And even if you don't become the billionaire you thought you want to become in this life, because you saw 10,000 billionaires on the planet, and you think, if they can make it, why can I? Not all of them became billionaires following God. Not all of them are happy. Not all of them love. And when I say love, know what love is. Not all of them have compassion. Not all of them are good. So when they say, I'm a billionaire, don't believe all of them are billionaires with God. Okay? Some of them are billionaires with evil. And some of them are not happy that they are billionaires. And they are not enjoying to be billionaires. And even if they come in front of people saying, I made this, I made that, and they are trying to show themselves as good deeds and good people and good characters, not always the case. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, whatever your goal is, and I didn't pick up on billionaires to, it's just an example. You can be millionaire, billionaire, you can be a father with 5 kids or a father with 1 kid. I'm just saying, from your inner perspective, you tend to follow what the trend is. You don't tend to follow, or what the programming is. You don't tend to follow what the truth is. Follow the truth. It's everywhere. But you just need to keep pushing yourself to follow the truth. Be stubborn to follow the truth. Be humble to ask for forgiveness and humility. Even if you are the richest guy in the universe or on this planet, follow the good virtue of the spirit and not the bad ones. Follow God in the good way and learn and use and transform and transfer. And then the reward comes. The spiritual reward after that they talk about, because you already become when you are still alive. You become so closer to God that you know you will go there. A lot of saints in the past, they knew before they were leaving, when they were leaving, and where they were leaving. And they all left behind saying, you can pray to me once I'm there, because I will help you. And God will help you. And they left behind only good teachings. No saint left behind bad teachings. Even if they were before, they were bad guys and then they became saints, God showed us that He can transform every single bad guy into a good guy, teaching good things to others to follow the path, to transform, to learn, to become. He changed everyone He wanted because He's God. Even the worst criminals in the world can become saints at one point in existence. Maybe not in this life where they were criminals, but He will allow them reincarnation to go through the process of becoming. That's why this material world, universe was created, so that everything that was wrong can find his way back. So you need to put time and energy into becoming. You cannot become just like that, magic wand. God wants you to learn all the steps and not block yourself only into one practice and into one knowledge and follow that one like blindly without learning about others as well, because you might get useful for Him in the spiritual realm. Not only by you becoming and getting that, but also after to can help others as well, like the saints do to us, like Mother Mary, like the archangels, and so on. The list goes on. Like your spiritual guides, like your guardian angel. It's all a mixture. Like the evil side. Sometimes the evil side, by doing evil to you, pushes you to go back towards God, where you want to go in the good state of the things and not in the bad state of evil. So whoever finds inspiration and you want to follow through, start learning. Start learning Reiki, start learning about the karma, about the emotional wounds, about the angels and demons, about if you want financially to become to have more money, learn about paying your karma. Ask Archangel Gabriel to guide you and to bring you the unlocking of your money potential. Learn about money. Use money properly. Don't use money only for yourself. If money comes to you, give something back. To who? Ask God, guide me where I can give back 10%. In the past, they used to give back 10% towards where God wanted them to give it. To help kids, to help diseased people, to help the planet. Give back, ask and give back. Ask and give back. It's a circle. It's not ask and be greedy. It doesn't work like that. Like that, God will say, no good, bad. And you will start losing money from nowhere, somewhere else, without knowing, why am I losing money there? Why it's not happening to me? Why this, why that? So it's a connection of giving and receiving. It's not only receiving, it's giving and receiving. And if you want something, like you want to become a millionaire, you have to learn to become a millionaire. And if you want to learn to become a millionaire through God, you have to learn how to become a millionaire doing good things and giving back as well. This is how it works. It's a transfer of energy. You give to receive, you don't just receive. Like they say, the power of the affirmations, the secret, I want to become, I want to be, not working like that. That's why no one is becoming a millionaire because they did affirmations. If that was the case, everyone would sit home and say, I'm a millionaire, I want to become this, I want to become that, whatever, and everyone would be a millionaire. Having a Ferrari, or the Rolls Royce or whatever, having the best houses in the world and whatever. No more struggle on this planet, if this was the case. But it's not that the case. You have to learn this, you have to go through this. And then at one point you might even become a millionaire, and you become a millionaire helping others, giving back, not becoming a millionaire only by greedy and doing, I want to become a millionaire. It doesn't work like that. No one, show me one that did that and became. Even the one that opportunity came to him, he had a good karma, he did already parts of the forgiveness and everything, and now in this life he managed to attract a bit better than others, and when opportunity came in, they followed that opportunity. It's the same for everyone, but you need to go through certain processes. It doesn't work otherwise. I'm sorry for whoever thought that will come to my courses and I will tell them, read this mantra or do this and it's working. No. Each one of you has his own path and it's on his own journey. This is a way to follow the journey as best as possible, get in connection with God, with the saints, with archangels, and to follow your path at your best. Sometimes will come through struggle because you didn't understand certain things. Sometimes will come with ease because you understood certain things. Sometimes you will try to pull others with you, but they don't want to come. And that will bother you up to the point when one day you decide, okay, you know what? I did my best. I wanted to help you all because I understood these things. And some will come and some will stay behind. And they will even say, you didn't stay for me. And you can answer back, I've tried, but you didn't want to come. I've tried to help you, but you wanted to pull me down with you in your mud. You didn't want to come with me towards the light. So yes, if you want, I'm here. I showed you the way. I give you the tools. It's your personal choice. I cannot force you. It's free will. Do your job, do your work, and you can come up. If you don't do that, then stay down. I love you. I give you everything that I can, up to the point that you have to understand that you have to do your work. It's difficult to get there, but you will get there. If you keep doing, you keep pursuing, you will get even to that point. And then another door unlocks in front of you because you didn't stay anymore to help and to try to pull others and to give them energy and to try to raise them up. You move forward. And then other doors and you will meet other people and other situations. And you keep moving forward. And you will keep growing. And as much as you can, try to give back. Give back from your knowledge to others so that others can use your knowledge. And if you helped one, it's called the balance of the story. In the Bible you can find it, where everyone gets as much as they can bring back. Like if you get 5 coins, meaning you can bring with you 5 people back to God when you came into existence. So first you came in, you are supposed to learn, grow, and bring back with you towards God on the spiritual path 5 people back. And one guy gets 5, one gets 3, and one gets 1. And the one that gets 5, I don't know if this is the order, but the idea is this one. The one that gets 5 is scared of losing those 5, so he goes and buries them. And the second one gets 3 and he spends them away. He doesn't use them in order to make 6 and bring back to God 6. And the last one that has one does whatever he can and convince other two to go back in three towards God. And the moral is when God asks, why did you hide them underground? And the guy said, I was scared to lose them, and I thought, at least you gave me 5, I bring you back 5. And God tells him an answer like, so you didn't bring back anything. Even if you brought back 5, you left with 5. You brought back 5, but nothing extra. Okay? So it's like you had the possibility to bring back 5 multiply 5. That's the idea. To multiply 5 times 5 plus your 5, 30. The second that spent them, he said, well, I knew I couldn't, even if you gave me, so I spent them. I destroyed them. I didn't want to push myself. And God said, okay, you destroyed them, so you get your reward of not even bringing back 0, but destroy them. And the third one that had 1 and managed to make 3 by struggling and whatever, God said, look, at least this one multiplied by 2 times, so he brought back 3 times what he could. And I'm rewarding this guy as much as possible. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, that once you learn and you understand the principles of the universe and how God allows us every single day to start the change path, to start walking towards knowledge and love and kindness and abundance on every level, then you understand that you might have more coins with you and you can learn and use them, and you have the capacity and the ability to transmit to others as well. And you have time, as long as you understand that you can use every day to add something. Once you start destroying and destroying and destroying, you destroy yourself and you destroy your life, and your life becomes always worse on every aspect. It doesn't become good. So yeah, I hope these videos were informative enough for you so that you can start learning from my teachings. God bless you all, and see you in the next videos, where I will gonna speak about how to follow your way. Okay?